Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Cybertron Siege/Earthrise Leader Class Astrotrain. So, I do like this figure, but I wish, because I got this Astrotrain as with it in the Earthrise packaging, so I wish they would have gotten rid of the battle damage on the legs, but that's really all where it is, and it does fit the shuttle mode. I personally think it kind of fits the shuttle mode a little bit, but yeah. Let's taking a look at Astrotrain. He does look quite nice. He got some nice paintouts on the abdomen and on the face, and then more paint applications on the legs, and obviously that battle damage on the legs, and then the back of him is all purple with the nice thrusters on the back. So, real quick, little critiques on mine. This hip skirt is extremely loose. Like I barely can flick that one out if I do it on this side. It can bounce. Oh no, this one's much more loose than this one. And then my knees. The knees are good, except when he has this on his backpack, and the knees just fail every time, just constantly falling. I had to have him like this to stand properly. It's getting a little annoying, but yeah. So let's look. So removing the weapon, putting Astrotrain off to the side. We'll take a look at his little box that he comes with. I forget the name that's used for like actual trains and stuff. It's probably gonna come to me later, but you can unfold it. It reveals his other 5 weapons, and all of them do just store quite nicely. And then these do fold in, and it is just a neat, nice and tidy little box that you can use to store his weapons in. So if we do open it once again, we'll take a quick look at all of the different weapons. So this is one of them, and I think it looks quite nice. I like to use this as a more standard blaster. It's just all of these are cast in a black plastic, but it is bluish compatible at the front, and then there is just some gaps at the bottom and whatnot. My camera's having a little hard time capturing it because it's all in black and the shadows and stuff is weird. But moving on to the next one is more of a handheld Gatling gun, which I think does it quite good. You can try and see all the you can, if my camera will focus on the gun, you can see all the individual barrels and the different ports on the side. A little scope, at least I think that's what that is on the side. And then if I can't exactly get the inside look at here, but if you do have this figure, you know that the inside the cannon is the little different barrels where the bullets do come out of, which is quite cool. And this is just a little missile launcher. It is unfortunate that it didn't come with 2. You could put 2 on his arms. You could put 2 on his arms, or it would have been much more cooler if he had 2, I think. And it would work better on some of the modes too, but you can just see the detailing on the back, the top, the sides, and the front where the actual missiles are. Then moving on to these blasters that hang onto this side. They are the same. They're just mirrors of each other. I do think these look quite good. They're more like standard rifles. And you can give him all of them individually, or what they're made to. And what I like to do is they all combine into a giant weapon. So before we do that, I will show you how to implement this in robot mode. So you just remove this piece like that, and you can split it in half, and these become shoes for Astrotrain, which just kind of just slide on like slippers for him. They just become really really big slippers. I don't know. And see now, it's mainly Disney, but it's just like gives out, like especially with this on. And then to prepare this, you want to flip this around, and it will just peg into these slots right here with these tabs like this. And then this these slots will go over these tabs right there, and that just folds in the back. And you can still store all the weapons in here, but then you just align the pegs and ports, then orientate it the right way. And look, this is when his knees give out. Just if I stand up straight, I have to like bend them full over. I can't stand up straight up, or else the knees just give out. It's very, very annoying. But so that's how to implement the cargo box, I could say, in robot mode. Please correct me if that is the wrong name. And then, so I'm putting him off to the side. Time to combine all the weapons. So what you want to do first is take this one, and then take the two more standard blasters, and take this port and plug it into the sides, like that. And then on both sides, and there you have that. And then you want to take the missile launcher, and there's a port there, which the handle for this gun will tab into. And then you just take this big circular port and you plug it into the front of this gun. And there you have Astrotrain with the, for sure, one of the largest guns I've seen in the War for Cybertron series. So just putting back Astrotrain back in frame and giving him the gun. It is quite large in his hand. Then he can hold it with two hands, which looks a lot more natural and I think a lot cooler. You're just looking to the side of his enemy while he's just raining down hellfire on all of them. So yeah, let's get rid of all of the accessories for Astrotrain and transform him into his train mode. So real quick, for articulation for Astrotrain is a motor in the head which can look up that far and down that far, and can get a little tiltage and then forward 360, which is hard. It's just hard with these pieces on the sides that get in the way. Then do the shoulder so you can only get out that far, but you can dislodge the shoulder to get much farther range of movement. And then there's full 360, but the wings just get in the way of that. And then bicep rotation, and then 180 degrees at the elbow, and the wrists can tilt in for like swords and stuff. Like if it goes to stab it forward, it does work with that. And then full 360 degree rotation at the waist. Then moving the skirt up, the legs can kick forward that far, back to that far due to the paneling, and then can kick out that far, and then rotation at the thigh, and then just under 90 degree bends at the knee, and then ankle rocker joints, and then you can tilt the toe if you untap it from where it's supposed to stay. So yeah, now let's get on to transformation. So size comparisons with Astrotrain are the Megatron, Voyager class, and then the Deluxe class Sideswipe. He's not standing straight, but yeah, Deluxe class Sideswipe. And then the Masterpiece Loud Pedal, which they are almost the same size. He is just a little bit taller. And then, of course, because why not, G1 Astrotrain. What's funny is that G1 Astrotrain is almost the size of a Deluxe class, which I think is quite funny. But yeah. So yeah, I will get Astrotrain posed, and then I will end off the video. So to transform Astrotrain into his train mode is just fold in the hands, and then rotate at the bicep, and take this tab, which will peg into this port right there, like so, on both sides. And then just unclip the arms from the shoulders, because this purple panel just sits under that clip. And just unfold it and keep the head straight and bring the arms above it. And then take this piece and unclip it, and then unfold all of this, and then take these tabs and they'll slide in between the arms and the head, like that. And then take this piece to where these tabs will peg into this slot, those slots right there, like that. And then, real quick, you know what I think would have been cool, because Astrotrain just pop up in a brief moment in the Netflix series. I think it would have been cool to switch the places of Jetfire and Astrotrain, where Jetfire is the leader class and Astrotrain is the commander class, because he is huge in the show. So I think it would fit Astrotrain better if he was the commander class instead of Jetfire, because Jetfire isn't that big in the show. He's just a little bit taller than all the other characters. So yeah, that's my little tidbit of information that I think should have happened in the toy line, but it also would have made sense for there to be two different versions of Astrotrain for Siege and Earthrise. But anyways, back to transformations. So, and then you want to fold the wings down one click, and then fold out the train tracks, and then continue folding down the wings, and then this tab will peg into the slide. Make sure when you do this that the little part of the wing is flush, because if not, it won't roll correctly. And this side is being a bit stubborn now, and I'm not sure why. It's giving me some trouble. So, I don't know what's up with this. Do I? So I'm going to get this sorted out, and then I will be back to finish off the rest of the transformation. Okay, so I got it, and it should be flush like this, so it does roll flat. So and then you want to take these waist panels and just flip them into place like this. And then taking these pieces and unfold and straighten them, then these two tabs will peg into these two slots, right like that. Same on the other side. Then we take the feet and take this port and peg it there, like that, on both sides. And then you want to bring out this section of the leg. Then you want to flip around to see the train portion. And then you want to fold out this piece on both sides, and then you can peg the legs together. Make sure all of the pegs and tabs and everything are aligned, or else it will not work and it will suck because it will take forever to redo. And then you can push down this piece just like that. And then when you go to close these in, make sure this little tab is behind these pieces so it stays flat like this. Then all of this just tabs together. There we have Astrotrain in this train mode. And I think he looks quite nice. It's very purple, and all of this silver paint applications in the windows really bring out all the details, which is really nice. And then the front looks nice. Obviously, it is a bit small compared to the rest of the train, but I don't think that's the worst part of it. And then you can take this and just put it on the back of the train, and it looks like it has a little cargo box behind it as it's rolling around. So let's lower the camera and do some comparisons. And comparisons for the train mode of the Voyager class Megatron, the Deluxe class Side Swipe, a Masterpiece Loud Pedal, because I thought it'd be fun to have a Masterpiece comparison in here. And then the first and only G1 figure I have so far, the G1 Astrotrain, and they look great together. So yeah, and real quick, I realized that I did not do robot mode comparisons in the robot mode section. So once I do the shuttle mode transformation and comparison, I will do robot mode comparisons and then end off the video, just so you know. Okay, so speaking of transforming him into a shuttle mode, let's get right on to that. So you just want to remove this, and then we'll deal with this piece. And so what I like to do is open it all the way, and then removing all of the blasters and accessories, and just putting them off to the side. And then with this, just fold this piece down like that, and then we'll save this for later. And then back to Astrotrain, you want to untab these sections, and as you fold them up, make sure that these pieces are disengaged. And as you fold these out, swing them back around so they don't get caught in anything, like that. Just swing those around and then keep them like that. And then you can fold these pieces down, and then you want to take this tab on both sides and undo it, and then just unfold this piece. Then you will have to untab the thruster section like that, and then just then there's these little clips and this little gap right here where these clips will clip over this, and then this little piece will slide into this gap. You mainly need to unpeg it to make sure that the tail fin gets in that gap, like that. And then you can just fold these down on the sides, like that. Then the wings are done, all the wings are done, and then you just want to fold this piece in, and then separate the legs once again, and then fold these pieces in. And you can either put the legs back together like this, and then just flipping out the entire shuttle mode, or flipping the pieces individually and then connecting it. It's up to you. It's personal preference. And then just closing this section back up. And then here we have Astrotrain in his shuttle mode. And so bringing the box back in, what you can use this for is a launch pad for Astrotrain, and I think this looks pretty cool. And obviously with all the Micro Masters and Battle Masters, you can deck this out with different vehicles, and the modulators and the little Battle Master modulators. You can all connect them with these ports on the sides, and you can just make a whole city with Astrotrain preparing to take off. then you can do whatever you want with these accessories. I personally don't put them anywhere because I don't think it looks as realistic, but it is up to you because he has lots of ports. He even has one right there, but he has lots of ports for you if you want to attach the weapons here. But yeah, so let's get him off the stand. Let me just unpegs. And let's do shuttle mode. So comparisons for him in his shuttle mode are the Voyager class Megatron, the Deluxe class Sideswipe, and the Masterpiece Loud Pedal, and then G1 Astrotrain, but we gotta get him in the shuttle mode first, which shouldn't take too long. It is G1 after all. Just gotta do this off camera real quick because I forgot to do that before starting this portion of the video. And then G1 Astrotrain because he's precious. And there we go. And then we'll get him back into robot mode, do robot mode comparisons, and then end off the video. So that is my review for the Transformers Rover Cybertron Siege / Earthrise Astrotrain. I hope you enjoyed.